What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing tonight? Good? I hope so. So today I'm going to be reviewing another beer, or tonight actually reviewing another beer, and this beer is kind of special to me because it's pretty much my go-to beer. You know, like whenever I come home from work and I need something because I'm thirsty and I want something good to drink. I don't want something heavy like a stout or an IPA, something to get you fucked up on. I just want something refreshing. I usually go for this classic right here, PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon. That's my go-to. It's always been my go-to for a few years, and it's just pretty fucking good. It's an easy, simple drinking American beer. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about American beers. Let me give a little history about American beers and what American beers mean to us. I mean, obviously, living in America, you've grown up. Whether you've drank it yourselves, or you see it everywhere. You know, you see things like Budweiser, Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller. I could go on. A lot of these cheap macro beers. And by the way, what I mean by macro is I mean macro as in they're manufactured heavily. You know, millions upon millions and millions of cases spewed out throughout the country, even distributed overseas. So what I like about this beer is that even though it is a macro lager, and another thing about macro lagers is that they're brewed with either rice or corn, really depending on the brewery. Like if you're Miller or Coors, which is like one brand, it's called Miller Coors or Molson Coors, they use corn as their adjunct. If you're Anheuser-Busch, you know, Budweiser, Bud Light, bullshit like that, they use rice. And pretty much the reason why they use these adjuncts is that not only does it cut cost and it cuts flavor, but it also you can make a lot more of it. You can make it cheaper. You can sell millions and millions of cases to the public for a decent price. And so that's why they call it macro lagers, basically. But obviously not all macro lagers are considered equal. Some are fucking foul, some are pretty easy drinking, and some are just even fucking worse than that. Like, Miller High Life fucking tastes like corn. I don't like Miller High Life. It tastes like shit. Fucking Budweiser is disgusting. I don't like it. I'll drink it if I have no choice, but I'd rather not. That's where PBR comes in. PBR is made by the Pabst Brewing Company, which is really just a marketing company itself. It really doesn't exist anymore. They manufacture theirs through Molson Coors facilities. And so they use corn as their adjunct, but it's just an easy drinking beer. I remember a while ago, I used to have this other one in my neighborhood called Schlitz. Schlitz was another one of those classic beers from back in the 60s and 50s that a lot of people used to drink, but over time it died out. It really doesn't exist anymore. Much like Pabst. Pabst was also one of those beers that used to exist. Used to be a lot more popular back in the day, especially with like GIs in Vietnam. They used to get like shipments of beer. It was always either Schlitz, Pabst, or of course Budweiser, because you know that's like America's beer. But now Pabst is just, you can pretty much find it at your local liquor store. You can find it for fucking a 12 pack for like $8. That's how cheap it is. But it's an easy drinking beer, and I really like it. And my store where I work at, we used to sell tall cans of this for $1.99, and man, that was the good old days. Now they don't have that anymore, so I do miss that. But let me pour this in a can and show you guys what I'm working with here. Okay. Get my glass. Pour it like we do about this time. See if I can do a good job on the pour. I gotta speed up this video because I really gotta put my chicken on the grill right now. The charcoal's pretty much ready. I made some adobo chicken with the apple cider vinegar, soy sauce, a lot of garlic, and a little bit of oregano, and a little bit of beer. I put that in there too, so it's nice and marinated. I gotta throw that on there. Anyway, so let me get to this. Let me get to brass tacks. As you can see by the color, you know, it's your pale straw, piss colored, you know. It really has no smell. There's, oh shit, got something on my nose. Don't do that. There's like little bits of corn in here. Not little bits of corn, but the smell of corn is in there. Obviously, the smell of malts, but it's very faint. Obviously, there's no fucking hops. If you're expecting an IPA or something, why would you? It's not what this is. It's the complete fucking opposite. But it's good though, you know, so. It's very smooth. I always like the aftertaste. It's like a smoky kind of like aftertaste or whatever, but still pretty good. It's an easy drinking beer, like I said, you know. This one, Schlitz, which I used to get, and another one called Hamm's, which is another one of those like classic American beers that pretty much you can only find at the liquor store now, but was big back in the 60s and the 50s and shit. They're all easy drinking beers. They're really non-offensive for being what they are, just simple, cheap American adjunct lagers. And you can call it what you want. You can call it pissy garbage. You can call it fucking bullshit American beer, whatever the fuck. I don't care. But it's good. You know, and it's cheap. For what it is, a cheap beer, it's really not that fucking foul. If you want foul, drink Miller High Life, drink Busch. The beer's also good too. Just kidding. But yeah, you know, it could do a lot worse. Anyway, so Pabst Blue Ribbon. You guys have a good night. I gotta throw my food on. All right, cheers and stay thirsty, my friends. Shit. Will I get copyrighted by saying that shit? Never mind. I gotta make my own fucking tag phrase. Keep drinking, fuckers.